On Friday night, we got our first duel between the number 1 and number 2 overall picks from this year's draft, as Caitlin Clark and the Fever took on Cameron Brink and the Sparks in the former Staples Center. The game also notably featured number 4 overall pick Rickea Jackson for the Sparks, who was mighty impressive in her own right, but we'll get into that later. The Fever entered the game 0-5, which many were holding over Clark's head. It didn't look like that winless record was going to change either early on, as the Fever entered halftime down 11 points. But thanks to a team effort that held the Sparks to just 11 points in the third quarter, as well as some impressive play from Clark in the clutch, the Fever pulled it out and got their first win of the season, as well as the first of Clark's career. She finished with a near triple-double, at 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. She also had 4 steals compared to just 2 turnovers, and ball control is becoming less and less of an issue. It was the first double-double for this rookie class, and she also became the first rookie to 100 total points. It's worth noting that Diana Tuarasi has never had a 10-rebound, 8-assist game in her long WNBA career. Clark wasn't all that efficient in this one, but hit timely shots, including a deep dagger 3 that sealed the win for Indiana. Clark now ranks 3rd in scoring in the clutch among all WNBA players this season, as well as 1st in field goal percentage in the clutch at 80%, 3rd in 3-point percentage in the clutch at 67%, and 1st in true shooting percentage in the clutch at 104%. It helped that Aliyah Boston had a bounce-back game after a rough outing against the Storm, finishing this one with 17 points and 6 rebounds. The Fever also got 18 points from Kelsey Mitchell and 17 from Temi Fagbenle off the bench. In a game where Clark didn't shoot the ball all that well, she got teammates involved, and the Fever won thanks to contributions from a lot of different players. For the Sparks, Cameron Brink nearly had a double-double herself, finishing with 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 stocks. Her defensive presence continues to stand out early in her career, and some online have begun to call her Lady Gobert. But the more impressive rookie may have been Jackson, who finished with 16 points in just 21 minutes on an uber-efficient 5 of 7. I was a little surprised they didn't lean on her more. However, Caitlin Clark won the duel of rookies in this one, and the Fever came out on top. Now, let's take a deeper look. Before we get into the Fever's first win of the year, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. With her team's lead reduced to just 2 points in the final minute, Caitlin Clark took control, determined to secure the Indiana Fever's first win of the season. Facing off against Los Angeles Sparks wing Kia Nurse, the rookie executed a crossover to her left and stepped back to launch her signature 3-pointer from the left wing. Splash. Clark celebrated by sticking her tongue out at fellow Iowa native Ashton Kutcher and his family, who were sitting courtside, then performed the Jordan Shrug as she made her way back down the court. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I seriously think that every shot that I take is going to go in, Clark said. It was only her second 3-pointer of the game and her 11th point on a night marked by offensive struggles, but it was the crucial shot the Fever needed to secure a 78-73 win over the Sparks, marking Clark's first professional victory. Clark ended the game with 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, helping Indiana finally breathe a sigh of relief before facing the 2-time defending champions in Las Vegas on the second night of a back-to-back. Kelsey Mitchell led the Fever with 18 points, while Aliyah Boston contributed 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. With the win, Indiana improved to 1-5, while Los Angeles dropped to 1-3. Indiana had allowed at least 85 points in each of their first 5 games, a troubling pattern for a team that finished 11th in defensive rating in 2023. The Fever, last in the league entering Friday's game, managed to limit the Sparks to just 28 points in the second half. By keeping LA off the offensive boards and forcing 14 turnovers in the final 20 minutes, Indiana dominated the possession battle. Whether it was Samuelson defending Dearica Hamby in the paint, or the Fever's perimeter defenders pushing Lexi Brown into drives rather than jump shots, they executed the scouting report perfectly, forcing the Sparks into disadvantageous situations. Indiana limited the Sparks to only 6 free throw attempts in the second half, a significant improvement after LA's frequent trips to the line in the first. While the Fever's offense wasn't exceptional, it was effective enough, capitalizing on 19 points off turnovers and 14 points in transition. The Fever are looking better and better with every game, and it's clear that the chemistry is growing between Clark and her teammates. It should be scary for the league as it's happening rather fast, and this could be a sleeper team for a surprise playoff berth in year 1 with Clark. It was fun to see her duel with other rookies, and we should be in for another treat as she'll face former Iowa teammate Kate Martin and the rest of the Las Vegas Aces tonight. I'll be back with that recap tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.